You've probably imagined it. Closing day, keys in your hand, everyone in the room telling you congratulations, you just bought your biggest asset. On a $412,300 house, the median price in America right now, that so-called asset is about to pull roughly $27.50 out of your pocket every single month. Before taxes, before insurance, before the roof that's going to leak in year 12. By the end of this video, you'll know the exact test Robert Kiyosaki laid out in Rich Dad, Poor Dad to tell the difference between something that makes you richer and something that just looks like it does. It takes about 10 seconds to run. Almost nobody runs it before making the biggest purchase of their life. Skip this test and here's what can happen. You spend 30 years paying down a house, feeling proud every year, and still end up with less money than the friend who kept renting and invested the difference instead. That's not a guess. That's just what the math does when nobody checks it first. Here's what you've probably been told your whole life. Renting is throwing money away. Buying a house is how regular people build wealth. Get on the property ladder as early as you possibly can. It sounds so obvious that almost nobody stops to ask if it's actually true. Your parents probably believed it. Their parents definitely did. It's less a fact and more a story we all agreed to repeat. In 1997, every publisher Kiyosaki approached turned him down, so he self-published Rich Dad, Poor Dad himself. By 2000, it was a New York Times bestseller. It's since sold more than 40 million copies, and its most famous idea is also its most misunderstood one. Everybody quotes the line about houses being liabilities. Almost nobody actually walks through the math behind it. In 2024, the median home in America costs $412,300. Finance that at today's rate, close to 7%, and the mortgage alone runs about $27.50 a month for the next 30 years. Kiyosaki's Rich Dad taught him something almost nobody else was saying back then. Forget what a thing is called. Forget what it says on paper. Just ask one question. Does this put money into your pocket every month or does it take money out? Think of it like a leaky bucket versus a faucet. One fills you up. The other just drains you slowly without you noticing. Kiyosaki wasn't saying money is bad or debt is always bad. By that test, a rental property that pays you every month is an asset. A stock paying a dividend is an asset. Your mortgage, your property tax, your car payment, those are liabilities. They take money out of your pocket month after month, no matter what you call them. So run that test on the house you actually live in. Every month it takes a mortgage payment, property tax, insurance, and repairs. It never once pays you back while you're living there. By Kiyosaki's own definition, the home you live in isn't an asset. It's a liability wearing a really convincing disguise. And here's the part almost every other video skips completely. This isn't a technicality. It's the whole reason the house is an asset feels true, even when the math says otherwise. If nobody ever explained that to you before, that's kind of the whole point of this channel. We take the money rules nobody taught you and break them down in plain English every week. Hit subscribe so the next one finds you. Break that $412,300 house down by the month, and it adds up fast. About $27.50 for the mortgage, roughly $350 in property tax. Call it $687 more for maintenance, using the industry's own 2% rule. That's nearly $3,800 leaving your account every single month. And that number isn't fixed. In early 2021, the average 30-year mortgage rate was about 2.65%. By late 2023, it was almost 7.8%. Same house, same neighborhood, nearly triple the monthly cost, just because of when you happen to sign. Now stretch that mortgage payment across all 30 years. You'd pay close to $990,000 total on a house that cost $412,300. That's over $500,000 in interest alone, money that left your pocket and never came back. None of it counted as income. None of it paid you a single dollar while you lived there. And that's before you even count the opportunity cost, what that same monthly payment could have earned you somewhere else. That's not a rare, unlucky case. That's just what a 30-year loan does to anyone who signs it at today's rates. The bank isn't hiding this. It's printed right there in your paperwork. Almost nobody actually reads that page. Here's the part that makes this even stranger. In 2012, Kiyosaki's own company, Righ Global LLC, filed for bankruptcy. A court had ordered it to pay $24 million after a licensing dispute went against him. The man who built an empire teaching people to use debt to get rich got burned by debt himself. Leverage builds fortunes. It also destroys them. It just depends on what it's attached to. Kiyosaki teaches leverage like a superpower. So does that mean never buy a house? No, it means stop calling it an investment just because it's expensive. A rental that covers its own mortgage and pays you extra, that's an asset. A house you live in is something else, it's shelter, and sometimes it's still the right call for you. Just stop expecting it to pay you back every month. By Kiyosaki's own math, it won't. And that's fine, as long as you know it going in instead of finding out at closing. Right now, about 65.7% of Americans own their home. Almost all of them are also paying 1 to 4% of that home's value in repairs every single year, whether they budgeted for it or not. Before you buy anything, run Kiyosaki's test on paper first. Step 1, add up the real monthly cost, mortgage, tax, insurance, and 2% of the home's value for upkeep. Step 2, compare that number to what renting the same place would actually cost you. Step 3, take the difference and ask yourself honestly, would you actually invest it or just spend it? If you'd invest it, renting and investing might beat buying right now. If you wouldn't, buying might be the better discipline for you. A house isn't automatically an asset just because everyone calls it one. It's an asset when it pays you. It's a liability when it doesn't. That one question is the whole idea, boiled down to something you can actually use. If this changed how you see the biggest purchase of your life, subscribe, because we do this every single week.